Okay, wait. Welcome to Lobo Podcast. I'm your host, Giovanni Diaz. I'm releasing episode 100. I was only on Patreon, but I just had a baby. I've been busy, so I don't feel like putting something out. So anyway, who doesn't have Patreon, you can hear it. It has Eric Pennell, who I started the podcast with, my baby mama, who is at home with my child, because I just have a baby who's 2 weeks old, and he's a quarter white. So I don't know, doesn't make him racist just because you're white. Well, black people can be racist, like Chris Rock and Will Smith. But anyway, we talk about some blood, selling blood, period. Probably, I don't know, we talk about ass eating. I don't remember what we talked about. It was, 7 months ago? I don't know when we recorded that. But anyways, check it out, Lobo done.
Two.
No more than an hour because I have a hard out.
One.
Okay, welcome to Lobo Podcast. I'm your host, Giovanni Diaz. This is episode 100 of the Lobo. Which camera? Over here. Episode 100 of Lobo. So are we live right now?
We are live, yes.
So right now we're live for the pay. How long we go live? Like 2 minutes for the people? And we cut it off? Or how does this work again?
We can do whatever you want.
Yeah, let's go about 2 minutes. And then how far does Dale go? Does he go about 2 minutes?
We do a whole hour with Dale.
No, but like how long does he tease it before he takes it away from
you guys tease it and take it away?
Oh, I didn't know we were. No, this is Patreon only right now.
Oh, this is Patreon. Is there a way we could tease for like a minute or two?
I can post the link, but then they could just and then I'd have to start another stream and like. I'm so glad we're doing this live on the podcast.
All right, we're just doing this live.
Instead of planning it beforehand.
We're doing it live. So to my left is Jessica. What were you using your last name? Even though it's on Facebook, yeah. Jessica, my girlfriend.
Why? Hold on. Why? What's the? Why so?
Well, she's a civilian, right? And the civilians are a little bit like weird about their personal lives.
Really?
Versus comedians, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like I had a civilian.
Are you kidding me? There's comedians.
Eric Pennell, everybody. Eric Pennell.
Right. EPZ.
Episode 100. Eric helped me. No, Eric pushed me to start the podcast. He forced me.
I didn't push you. You pushed yourself, dude. I just, look, man, I probably said this on the last podcast. This guy, first of all, I've always thought your guy is really funny. Really nice guy. Really funny
James
guy.
Webb, everybody. James Webb, our producer. People comedy show. But anyways, go back to me.
No. And he would tell me these stories, and he like what
stories?
he would been through and stuff, or something.
You can say it.
No, I don't got an example. I don't got an example.
The examples were,
and then
I'd fuck these trash girls and eat their ass with no condom. And then I talk about it at riddles.
Tell her about that, huh?
I talk to you about it at riddles, and you're like, look, one of the things he says, like, you got to stop. You're going to get one of these girls pregnant.
That's right.
Don't mess up like me, is what you said.
Yeah, I did. I got a trash. You know what's crazy is? My baby mom is named Jessica. Yeah. So I got a kid by.
We could have the same last name.
Look, I got a kid by her and a couple STDs, so that shows me some copay money.
I'm clean. She was just tested recently for STDs.
It's a good feeling, dude.
And she didn't get anything, so I shouldn't have anything. So I'm clean. And she was like, you got something.
You know,
right?
But dude,
all these stories.
It's the oldest thing in the book is. But dude, the more you're out there. Like it's like Eddie Murphy was saying, the more you put your dick up on the fucking table, dude, eventually you're going to walk away. And especially if you're messing with, like, trash people.
Trash.
Because they're messing with trash people. You're eventually going to walk away, hopefully something you could fix, or possibly, like I told you, dude, I know some dudes from college that they got shit that's with them until they fucking pass away,
right?
man.
It's herpes.
Yeah,
herpes is the one that doesn't go away. I've never even had a cold sore.
Yeah.
But I remember the first time we had sex, afterwards she's like, you get tested, right? And I was like, tested? Like,
yeah.
I like how I waited till after. Maybe I didn't want to know.
Yeah, I don't think she wanted to know. She knew because she was like, you get tested? And I was like, the only time I got tested.
I think it's smart that you got tested, though.
Well, no,
I've never been tested.
I got tested, so by association, he got tested.
Yeah, she was clean.
I know a guy that knew he had the herpes. And he
What's
started.
His name?
I can tell you. And then we all knew he had herpes. Like I remember when I met his girl.
Oh, you saw it.
Like I was at a party and where he met his girl. Like I was like, you found out like, oh, he's got like a main chick now, and I was like, oh, cool. And then they had like a party, and I seen her. I literally wanted to lean in and go, run, like you know what I'm saying? Because it's like I know that run, motherfucker, like run. But I guess it's like they put me in a hard spot. I don't feel like that was my thing to go, hey, this guy, you know. I mean, and guess what? Like 6 months later. Boom!
But they broke up, or
flare up? No, flare up, and then he has to play dumb, like I don't know. You play that? Did you give it to me? Give it to you? And all of us were looking at him like, motherfucker, you are the devil. You're the devil.
How does the saying go? It's like I don't have. We have herpes. Like I don't have herpes.
Yeah.
We have herpes. No, but the only time I got tested was I won't say his name, but it was a friend of mine who I recently saw. We went to go. I went to go sell blood, right? And it was I think I wanted to buy something for some girl. It was like Valentine's Day, and I had no money, so I went to sell blood. I think my sister's selling blood.
What
right
a
now.
romantic.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
You know what? Like a chick like that, she better appreciate that fucking gift because you just gave blood to get her fucking gift.
Blood, sweat, and tears, literally.
Yeah, blood,
went
sweat, and
into that
tears.
gift.
And it's when you sell plasma, it's horrible because it takes about an hour. They don't just take the blood out like they did at Laugh Factory. But I did the Laugh Factory open mic and gave blood so I can get on stage for a minute or something like that.
What?
Yeah, Pat Tamazula was hosting actually when
Yes,
I went
he
up.
was.
Yeah, he was. Oh, were you there or something?
No, but I
You
heard
were?
all about it.
Yeah. So what happened was I couldn't get, when I did more comedy, I was desperate to get on Laugh Factory. I could never do it because of work. It was really early, right?
Yeah, of course.
And I saw, hey, we're doing, if anybody who gives blood, you get stage time, right?
That
you
is
get
the
2
craziest
minutes.
shit ever.
I
That's
went.
like that's like comedy shit. Like nobody ever would try to get a job, and they're like, "Yeah, we might think about hiring you, but you got to get blood first." Like nobody would ever fucking do that. They go,
Comics
"What?
would do whatever.
What are you talking about? That's ridiculous."
Comics do whatever for fucking stage time. They
They don't
drive.
realize that. Well, dude, that's what pisses me off about all the shit that comics have to go to do to just even to possibly, with no promise to become famous, and then they're just naturally dropping comedy shit and trying to drop comedy gold for people and fucking around. They're just fucking around, and then the world wants to cancel certain people, and then it's like, you know what that motherfucker went through to get to here, and you're just trying to cancel out a fucking career over some bullshit that you know it's really not pissing you off, and you know he's not really meaning that. He's just fucking tongue in cheek, and then you want him
white
to
dude.
disappear from the world.
What's his name in Austin?
I don't know.
Rogan's guy. Is that who you're talking about? Or just people
No,
in general?
well, first of all, I probably was thinking about Louis when I'm saying that, but I'm thinking about all comics when I'm saying that. You know, like
right?
Louis C.K. We saw
Yeah, I
Louis
remember you told me
C.K.
that.
James saw Louis C.K.
I did,
when I
yes.
was outside his door.
Yes, I certainly did.
yeah.
No, I showed up with me and Schmitty B showed up, and then James I knocked on the ring, and he's like, I'm at Zany's. And so me and Schmitty, I was like, I'll see you next week.
Whoops.
Yeah, we forgot. We had
So
a
that's
misscheduling.
yeah.
We saw Louis.
That's
Did
excellent.
me and you see Louis? Who did we see?
No.
That one time I dropped the drinks. I broke the drink.
Pitbull of comedy. We seen Bobby.
Oh, and some people walked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't talk to that girl anymore.
Yeah.
They have her blocked.
Honestly, I don't even remember I don't even remember there was a girl there. There was a woman there.
No, but it was just like a friend of mine, and I remember that's when I dropped the drink.
Yeah.
And I might have done stuff in the bathroom. Allegedly.
But go on. You gave blood. Laugh Factory. I mean, is that the end of the story?
Oh no, I gave blood. I gave blood to do. Actually, they couldn't give me blood because at the time they asked me where I've been, and I was just in Honduras, and the road I drove.
This dude.
The road I drove was like high
Big
malaria.
question, where have you been?
Even though I think the one
High malaria?
high malaria, so like they can't do it. But I don't know if this is this actually happened or this is immoral. But I don't know if they asked me if I paid for sex in the last 6 months or $100.
Yeah.
I don't know if I lied or not. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Because I wanted that stage time. But then when I said the malaria thing, I might have lied about that. I don't know.
First of all, that's another thing is
Or
you
they
gotta
ask you if
tell
you have sex
somebody
with a
that you
man.
paid for sex just to do fucking stage time after you're giving
No,
blood.
for the blood.
It's
for the blood.
ridiculous.
To give blood.
It's ridiculous. That's how
That's a
can they ask
qualifying
that?
question.
You know what? Like I used to work in the hotel business for like a lot of years, and I'm not bragging. That's like a shit business. And
She
there
started
is.
working
So
at the
glad I
hotel.
just
Yeah,
got
she just got a job at a hotel.
It's not
I'm not
bad.
a
It's not
manager.
bad.
I'm not a manager.
It's not bad.
So it's fine.
But dude, there's something that like if people come through with like a service animal, which service animals can either be dogs or a mini horse. You know that? That's I swear to God. Like you can
Like
be
the
a
real
dog
ones?
or a
You're
mini
writing
horse.
notes
Yeah,
down from
yeah,
my
that's
job.
right. And if somebody comes
I
through
wanna
with like a
talk about
service
horses.
animal, you cannot ask them what service does a service dog do, and you cannot ask them to make that service animal perform that task. It's against the law. But they're asking you if you fucking paid for pussy in the last 6 months. Give me a break. That's why.
Look, I'm on their side on that one because it's like you're giving blood. You're more likely to have something if you did needles, paid for sex, and I don't know, and if you had sex with another man.
Yeah, which is all none of their business. And why would they care if you had sex with another man?
Because you're more likely to have something. I forgot.
AIDS,
Statistically-
motherfucker.
Oh, yeah,
HIV.
right, AIDS, it's
But nobody
AIDS.
can say that. It's like, no, don't say
forgot
that.
what
It's
it
like,
was.
no,
It was
we all
AIDS.
did. Yeah, wink, wink, motherfucker.
Pedro died of AIDS. So on the way up here, we were at, I got something for you. Wait a second. Hold on. You don't drink, right? I got you booze.
I drink. I mean, I drink. I just don't drink a lot anymore. I got a fucking kid at home, dude.
So
it's hard to drink
on the
with
way,
it.
I don't know what you drink.
You don't
so,
get me nothing, dude.
I got you. It's a gift for
Are you
episode
serious?
100. Yeah. Wait, where's? No, all right. Yeah.
Dude, you didn't have to do that. I feel
Episode
bad.
100.
Episode 100. I wanted to
Dude.
get you a little gift. Here.
Really?
I should have got some for James. I'll get you a
I'm
gift.
good.
I didn't even think
That's
about it.
gift
awesome,
every
man. Thank
week.
you,
God
dude.
damn it, dude.
That's very nice of you, man.
Dude, we're running behind and we stopped by the Walgreens and I think it's close to Old Orchard, past Old Orchard.
Yeah.
Skokie, a lot of Jews.
Mm-hmm.
So then they thought we were stealing, right? Because we're at the register. And what did the lady start asking
The
us?
audacity.
It's like, so we're buying. She's buying makeup, eyebrows or something. I don't know. She's buying
His
eyelashes.
lashes.
She's buying lashes, right? She's
Yeah.
buying lashes. She don't want to come up here without lashes.
Uh-huh.
So-
No, nobody wants to see me without eyelashes.
All right, so she got lashes, and then the lady she asked us she was gonna walk out, and then she started asking us,
Well, we were in. So he was on a mission to get that, and
That's
water
very
and
nice.
booze.
Yeah.
I went straight to the makeup aisle and I asked, where are the lashes? I had the lashes in my hand and just walking around. I find him. We go in line. We're in there for like a solid 7 minutes, so pretty good amount of time to wait. If we were stealing, why
Yeah.
would we wait in line? Then we get to the desk and she starts acting a little weird. And I was holding the lashes after she rung them up, and I was gonna walk out and just go to the car because we're running behind, so
Yeah.
we're on a time schedule. I was gonna put the lashes on. By the time he gets to the car,
Yeah.
we'd be good. And I stop before I leave, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just make sure he pays for them first. I turn around, go back, and she's like, I need to put those in a bag. And I'm like,
Why?
I'm just going to carry them. She's like, well, actually, there's a policy that our managers have to check all bags before you guys leave. So
I'm
I'm
not
like,
noticing what's going on. Rory. I'm not paying
Oblivious
attention.
Giovanni.
I have no
So-
idea.
But they're not that big. I'm sure if you bought a piece of like a pack of gum, they're not going to go. We need to put this in a bag.
no,
No.
everything is policy at this point.
That they need to be
So
in a
I
bag.
new
look
policy.
over-
It's a new policy. She said it's a new policy.
I look over at the door. There's no
stupid.
manager. I've watched 4 people in front of
Yeah.
us not get their bags checked, and I'm like, so where's the manager? And she's like, oh, he'll be there to check the bag. I'm like, well, we're in a hurry, so we're not gonna wait. We're
Yeah.
gonna walk out of here if he's not
Yeah.
over there. But there was
Idiots.
no policy. She made this completely
Yeah.
up.
and I didn't notice what was
Everybody's
going on.
doing that. That's everybody's fucking move now. Like, just make shit up and fucking harass people. That's the move
And
now.
it's like I put in my
I
ID,
said it. I
my
said it.
Walgreens reward. I gave her my
Dude,
passport. 'cause
After
she-
you
Yeah.
just bought shit from their fucking company.
and I gave her my passport too because
I'm
she
I'm
ID'd
just
me.
gonna hold these, and she's like, no, I have to bag them. It's policy.
You carry around with your passport with you? Mm-hmm. No
in
shit.
the fanny pack, I always have.
Really?
Yeah, it's in this bottom pocket. I forgot why. There was a policy because I would forget
Really?
my ID, or like I was always kind of a nomad, so I would have my house, but I was always traveling.
Nice.
So by the time I would travel or go somewhere,
Yeah.
I don't have to think about it. It was there. So
That's
yeah.
like criminal shit, dude. You think all criminals would be like fucking traveling with their passport, right?
Maybe that's why
like
she
if
saw
you
your
need to get out of the
passport.
country, you're like, I got to get the fuck out of the. That's something like if you really were
That's
thinking about
probably
doing
why.
some shit, you probably should always have your passport on you.
That's why she thought we were sketchy. You had a passport.
You got a
Oh,
passport.
there's
I don't
a
have an
policy.
ID.
We have to
Well, I
check
lost
out
my ID.
everything.
Yeah, maybe you rattled her with the passport, dude.
Like they're gonna flee.
Like I'm seriously, because how many people flash out a passport to buy like shit and stuff like that? It's probably
eyelashes, whiskey,
You probably rattled her.
yeah, eyelashes, whiskey, well, the water's
and
fine.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And water,
Super
but
sketchy.
oh look, we got her nails. Show the. You can't see the nails, right? Can
Yeah,
you
we
see
got
that? She
'em.
got her nails done.
We got
No,
'em.
it
You
looks
see?
good.
You see?
Yeah.
Lobo done.
Yeah, my wife would never fucking do that, dude. I
See, you're white with a Mexican wife, Mexican with a half white
Oh yeah,
lady.
that's right. That's right, dude. And I got a
I don't like
9-month-old
that you
baby at
paused
home.
before lady.
Fucking, making these kids fucking, you're.
Okay, I'm gonna make the announcement, right? So we're live, right? We're live.
We are
Oh, he hasn't brought it
live.
up. So the people don't know. The listeners of Patreon, though, some of them do know. Jessica is 10 weeks pregnant.
11.
We're having a baby. We're having a baby. James knows, but
I appreciate the.
I was trying
the
to.
commentary.
Yeah.
So this is the first time you're
you
announcing
know,
this?
right? Yeah, on like
Yeah, yeah,
on
sorry
social
about
media,
that. I
any
did-
type of social media. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was gonna get it.
Very happy for you two.
Mazel
I'm
tov.
serious.
Thank you.
I'm very happy. That,
Let's celebrate with some whiskey. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I wouldn't drink.
Yeah. That's excellent. That's excellent, dude.
A little.
When's
Lobo.
the due date? You know when the due date is?
March.
3rd.
My mom wants it to be March 18th because that's
March
like-
3rd, huh?
But it's March 3rd, yeah.
Nice.
So this is gonna be the
You're
first.
gonna be a great father, man. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm being dead serious. I've never said that to many people and stuff like that. No, that's why I always told this guy, like, stop messing with these fucking these fucking loser nobodies, because, like, I was telling you, like, you're a quality dude. Like, you're a quality dude, and like you know, and when you have a kid, you're gonna sprinkle that quality, and also your quality is gonna go up also because you just want to fly higher. Like I mean, there's a certain percentage of people that have kids and they go, I want to fly lower. Those are fucking idiots. You know, and especially once you got some years on you, like you're in your 30s, right?
I'm 37,
So you're 37. So you're like a smart man and you've seen things. You're going to fly higher and you're going to sprinkle that with your children, man. So you're going to be a great father, dude. Like, congratulations, you two.
Thank you. Like, I got more, now I got more motivated. I don't know if it's because you got pregnant, but I got more motivated to make money. Like,
dude, as soon as my son's 9 months old now, and I tell you what, once I had not even once, like, as soon as you get pregnant, I start thinking of money harder. Like, where you're
That's what happened to my buddy, my buddy.
How to make
Polish.
money.
Like, yeah, I remember when I talked to him, Mark, our Polish buddy, plumber now, does it really well. But I remember when he first had the baby, he was like, the first thing that clicked is like, I gotta build an empire or something like that, right? He was like, yeah. Like, so that's the first thing I remember I got in. I was like, I gotta make more money. Plus, I want to get the Tesla Plaid series, which is okay. Like, I've never had I guess material material desires, but it's like I don't know, now I have a click. Like, I like it. I've never been
nothing wrong with that, dude,
but I want to get that one, because it goes 2 seconds, right, or something
for
like that.
For the baby, that's his reason. It's for
we got to get like some type of bigger car. I wonder, like, some type of you're not a minivan person, right? No. I like
you know what,
wagons,
dude? You know what, man? I don't like minivans.
In my fucking car,
but dude, nowadays there's some like fucking like OG ass minivans. Like, dude, my brother-in-law has a minivan, like a Honda Odyssey or something. That fucker's not bad, dude.
You're white, right?
Yeah, I'm a white dude.
Okay, your wife is Mexican.
Yeah, my brother-in-law's Guatemalan. You know, dude, this guy last year he came over to our fucking house and went swimming and stuff, right? And he has a Honda Odyssey.
He's like, oh, like just how I got over the border.
No. And he told me, he goes, man.
God, look at that Plaid.
He goes,
look at it, 1.99, 0 to 60, 200 miles per hour max pit. Yeah. 1,020 horsepower. I don't know what horsepower is with electric, but
yeah. That's what you want, huh?
Yeah.
1,020 horsepower. That's ridiculous.
Dude, 1.99, 200. Oh my God. What the
you ever see those videos of like at a drag strip and it shows like a Tesla versus like a whatever? And the fucking Teslas are always just like, right? And it's always some asshole with like a fucking Corvette or some fucking Porsche. Well, it's just like,
it happened with me the other day with like a Challenger or something like that. Like, I mean, he ended up getting me, but off the line because he slips. You know what I mean? The Tesla doesn't slip.
But dude, I remember talking to a fucking rich guy that got a Tesla 2-wheel drive, and he goes, that motherfucker ain't shit in the snow. You can't have a 2-wheel drive Tesla and a fucking.
No, mine's all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
So what happened with this Guatemalan who swam over the border?
So my brother-in-law, no. Well, like a year ago, he just came over swimming, and he goes, man, somebody stole the mirror off my fucking Honda Odyssey at the mall. Like, just ripped the mirror part off, right?
That's a Mexican thing, right?
Yeah, stole it at Ford City Mall. At Ford City Mall on the south side of Chicago, right? And then he, and then we went swimming and shit. And like 4 hours later, I was helping him load up his Honda Odyssey with the, the kid shit and stuff that they brought over. And he had a mirror that was both mirrors on there, but one of the mirrors was taped on there. And I go, what the fuck, dude? I said, I thought you got your mirror stolen. And he goes, yeah. He goes, I seen one in my neighborhood and I ripped it off some other dude's car. I go, man, that's some fucking Chicago shit right there.
Dude, that rear
just
mirror,
keeping it going, like keeping it like ripping off one person to the next.
That rear mirror, I think it's a Mexican thing. Because if you see, I've seen plenty of Mexican in her car. Doesn't yours have tape on it?
Well, yes. Now
she's half Mexican. She has tape on her rear mirror.
Well. Yeah, but that's
the Mexican side. That's it. It's all
where I live.
I don't know, dude. My wife would never have a fucking. She would have to go get it fixed. Like she would not get.
I don't want to keep the car. I want to
get rid of it.
To get in her trunk, we got to pull. There's like a cord.
Okay, you want to talk about my car?
Dude, I had a Tesla. But like, you got to pull a cord.
Hold on here.
Dude,
while you're sitting on her car, when I met you, you had a fucking Honda Fit that used to piss in bottles in. Okay,
so don't. And I crashed it.
Do you know about him pissing in bottles? Do you know about that?
She watches me.
You've watched him piss in a bottle before?
She likes it.
She fucking keep her, dude. If my wife see me piss in a fucking bottle,
have you seen me piss in a bottle?
Many times.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about it?
I was not okay with it at first.
I don't understand.
How was that first time? When was the first time I pulled it? It was like an emergency, or we had a charging station or something?
Charging station.
I think
or I was driving and I'm in a rush, maybe.
I was kind of impressed.
Why would you be impressed of that?
Because I was doing it while I was
He was
driving.
driving.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
It had been during winter, so.
We were going to that show in Indiana or something.
Who did you were you like a little kid and you seen your dad do that and you go, yeah, it's just what we do or something like that? Like your
Well, I
fucking
never
pops
watched
and you-
my dad do that.
No, you know what? Because I told you, I think I told you this. My grandpa, I remember I'd be in the back of an old Plymouth and shit, right? That had like beer
I
cans.
like R. Kelly.
I remember my grandpa, like, and I thought of this like 10 years ago, where I remember fucking, he had crushed up beer cans in the back, and I had to move them for my feet to put them there. But I remember he used to have those big metal coffee cans. He'd have one of those in the back, and he would have that because he'd piss in it, dude.
And then empty it out.
I guess he'd throw it or something.
We did
like
a lot
that.
of road trips. Now I know my dad's secret. I never knew.
Well,
it.
I could see if you're on a road trip, but when you're fucking going from your house to like the movie theater or something like that, or a bar.
Because I would
he
always
has the
drive.
bladder of a pregnant lady.
I'm always
Really?
peeing, right? I'm always
has to
peeing,
pee.
right? Since for years I've always been peeing. So it's like it got to a point it got annoying. Like I don't want to pull over, get off the highway. Like I'm going, or I'd be going to shows or something like that. And it's like I got sick of it. I don't remember the first time. Look, when I was younger. All right, this is how the peeing started. When I was younger, I was in my room playing video games or doing something, and I didn't want to leave, so peed in a bottle. I had a bottle there, and I was like, fuck, I'm in the middle. I was like, I don't want to go.
You put the cap back on it?
I respect that.
Yeah, so I peed in the bottle, but then I forgot about the bottle. And the bottle was there for a while, and I was like, oh, I should throw this out. And then I was like, wait a second. This was like, no, you know what? I was being devious. I was like, I could save this bottle. Right, and eventually, because one time I forgot about it and I opened it. I was like, I just opened it, I smelled it. I was like, oh God, this is horrible.
Gotta smell horrible, dude.
horrible.
Because I just know, like,
respect
because dude, I got a baby. We got a baby now, and there's times at night where I'll like pee in the toilet and don't flush it because sometimes like we've had it where we flush the toilet and he fucking wakes up. So in the next morning, you go to fucking take a piss and you smell that piss in there. It's gross just from the night before.
Dude, it was disgusting. I was like,
I bet it was.
As soon as I smelled it, I was like, I have to get rid of this. But then something in the back of my head clicked. I was like, this smells horrible. I was like, this could be a weapon, right? Like a bioweapon, right? And I was like, I could save this.
Who's winning there? Like, if someone's going to break in and you're like, thank God I have this bottle.
Listen, I was like...
What would you do with that bottle?
I never did it, but I saved it because it was so bad, and I just kept these bottles for like a few years in my room, and I was like...
Few years?
Listen, I was like, if somebody...
That's crazy people shit, dude.
Kind of by the window or something, maybe behind my bed. But I was like, if it was like, if in case somebody I don't like that much, like,
why are they?
I could pour it in their car.
I was like, why are they in your house? But
no, this is like I could pour it in their car or throw it, and not throw it at them or something. Like it wasn't. I never used it. Right?
I got you.
I never used it. Right? Allegedly,
it's like a keep just in case or something like that.
It was like, yeah, it was like my worst enemy. Right? It was like, what do you think about that, James?
You do what you got to do, man.
Yeah, but you never did it though, right?
Yeah. No, I never ended up doing it, right? And they just ended up getting thrown out.
He still has one, just waiting for that moment.
No.
That moment to shine.
But that's how the bottle. But then I was driving, and it's like I didn't want to pull over, so I would pee in a bottle.
I remember you telling me, like you were not sure how to say it.
Really?
And I was like...
That I had to pee?
Yeah, you were like, so I have to pee. And you like lift up your bottle.
You know what though, dude? I would much rather have
because we're probably running on time. Because it's the thing, like I'm used to leaving at a certain time. Now I gotta readjust for her because she has to get ready. I don't have to put makeup on or anything like that. She has to get ready, so now it's like a different time. Like I would tell her the time we got to leave at 5:30, but I should tell her there should be a time. She
I'm
knows
thinking
there's a
about
time I
paying
should
for
tell
my
her.
wife to get microbladed, so I don't have to fucking. It can cut down like 40 minutes of her fucking time that she wastes for me.
Well,
you know
I
what
need your makeup in
microblading
the
is?
car. I got it down.
Yeah.
I'll drive. This is bad. Don't recommend this.
No.
But I'll drive.
Yeah, I know. I see fucking women doing the
the
fucking mascara thing in traffic,
and
doing
the
70.
line. This is on the way here.
Yeah.
So
It was on the way here.
got it down. I got that steady
Yeah.
hand.
But I would much rather in a new relationship like him show you, and you two, like show you each other's like scars and scabs than somebody fucking lying to you. And then you eventually, after 2 years of wasting your time, and you see what kind of scumbag or like what kind of piece of shit they are. You know, like all the...
Are we still talking about peeing in a bottle?
Yeah, because you know what, dude? I know a guy right now that's dating... I know a guy right now that's dating somebody. She thinks he's like 6 years younger than what he is. And that he has like a career that he doesn't even have. He doesn't even have it. He's just lying until she catches up with him, and then he's just gonna fucking go, ha ha.
Like eventually,
I swear to God, and I'm like, dude, just tell her the truth.
I will say we're
might
very
work.
open. We're very open with each other.
That's good. That's
but
smart.
Now
She's
that
smart.
I think about it, I have peed in a cup a couple times now. It is
because
very
she's
convenient.
peed in my car.
Tipsy
Like,
Jess.
yeah. She in the back seat on the way to
Malibu
Valparaiso.
lit Jess.
Or wherever the hell we went, she got in the back seat while I'm driving and peed in the cup like twice. You haven't
I thought I did so good.
Huh? Oh yeah, she got piss all over.
So good, and then no.
And then we hit a bump. There was piss everywhere.
I know.
But I'm into that now. Like I like piss.
She's like, switch me seats so I can get back. No, I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
like piss or like it's been a few days. It's like, oh, I'm sweaty. I peed. I was like, I wanted to smell it. You know, I've always been disgusting, I guess, but I never realized it. Because I would always tell you, I was like, oh, ass eating, blah, blah, blah. You'd be like, no, like, what are you doing, man? It was never.
Dude, I swear to God, I a couple weeks ago, man, because, dude, I got a vasectomy. Like,
you did get
I got a
vasectomy.
how many weeks has it been? Maybe about 3.5 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Maybe 4 weeks ago.
Congratulations. I don't know if that's like a thing.
I'm an old dude now, man, and you know what? It's either my wife. Thank you. It's either my wife gets on birth control for as long as she has to do that, and that's a pain in the ass. And, or, I mean, it's not a pain in the ass, but, I could just go get a fucking vasectomy. Insurance fucking paid for it. It was 35 minutes. You take one fucking Valium pill. You don't even need to do that. They fucking numb your balls with the fucking needle. That does hurt a little bit. But it hurts like somebody Novocaine you. That's what the needle feels like. Your balls. They cut 2 slices. They cut one right below your, like, shaft, like right there in the middle to the right. And then they cut one to the left over there. So there's 2 of them in there.
Do you know this because they tell you this?
Like, well, you see the scars. I mean, you got stitches and shit like that. And then, you take it easy for a few days, up to a week, and then you're back to normal and shit. So I was like, you can't have sex for like a while. And I was real horned up, right? So my wife left. My wife left, and my wife left like a week later, 2 weeks later, something, a week and a half later. I grabbed her old fucking panties, was in the shower jacking off with these old panties. Dude, it turned me fucking. It turned
my.
Were
you holding them like that?
I was holding them like this. I was just holding them, just jacking off, right? Dude, by the time I got done with them, I go, I'll never do that again. I'll never do that again. It turned me.
But in the moment, you don't think.
Well, in the moment, you know what? Because you're like guys and women too, but like you're just like fucking. You're just dog. Like especially if you haven't gotten any in a while. Like if you don't get any and shit, and you're like all horned up and stuff. But I'm not even joking, dude. It was a total regret. I'll never do that again. I'll never do it again because I grabbed the dirt. I didn't grab the clean ones.
Yeah,
you're like looking at her hip, like which ones did she wear last? It's like fucking regret. It's a horrible regret.
Those are the
dude.
horny moans. Like in the moment, you don't care.
Yeah, never do it again.
But after you're like, that was weird.
Yeah, dude. For like a half afternoon, I was actually disappointed in myself. I swear to God, for like a half after 3-4 hours, you're just like, and then by the time the night came around, you're just like, whatever.
Until the next time.
Yeah, no, never again.
I haven't had that feeling in a while, like of weirded out. I had it the first time I had sex for money. No, I didn't. I wasn't a prostitute. I paid. No, I don't think I ever have.
Hey,
but
dude, you're contributing to sex workers. There's nothing wrong with that.
But the first time it happened, I was disgusted.
I was like,
I couldn't believe it. Like my world was turned upside down. I was like, can't believe. But then the second time, and then it was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, but I do have a pair of her panties in the middle of my console in my car right now.
My favorite. By the way.
It was the purple ones, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if whatever. Yeah, they were because it was like inner stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was after one of those shows.
Oh, it was after one of
the Tesla.
Yeah, it was after either. I think it was a Crane's Butter Show, right?
Yeah.
And went to the charging station in Belvedere.
Sure.
And then we had this one she could still drink, right? So we had some.
Drinking.
She was drinking.
Malibu.
Yeah. So then, so we fucked in the charging station. Put you could
stop
me.
Put that on the commercials,
say,
you know.
Right?
You don't ever see those in all the commercials.
This is the band commercial.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Yeah. In the charging station. And then those panties got inside her and they came out and I was like, oh, I have a video of it. And then I remember I smelled them. Like for the few, now they don't have that smell anymore. For the few, I'd go to work and I put them on. And I lose the smell, but I would have them. I'd smell them. I've smelled different panties before.
And so what? You said I'm going to keep these in my fucking console?
Yeah, they're still in there.
Souvenir. There ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, I was thinking about like once I did that, and then hearing your story and stuff. Like, those women on the internet that will like fucking wear panties and then they just mail them to dudes.
I think
are they sealing those, or do you think behind the camera are they spraying a pussy smell on them and then sealing them up and throw? Because like, how does that smell stay in like or are they vacuum sealing it? Maybe they vacuum seal it. Maybe that keeps it.
James, people that do this stuff, right?
I think vacuum sealing would help it tremendously. Like keeping the smell in. And you'd have to like 2 to 3 day air.
I wonder if
you can't like do a slow it's coming in 14
overnight.
Days or so. You got to overnight.
I'm sure
it would be better.
Will pay extra.
That's
to
right.
Get that
overnight.
Scent.
Overnight, yeah. It's like, if you really want it to smell, you got to pay overnight to get it here.
So my sister has an OnlyFans.
Yeah?
But I don't think she makes. I don't think she makes any money on it whatsoever, right?
I'm sure she's made something. You don't think your sister's made nothing? Nobody would say I got OnlyFans. They're only saying they got OnlyFans once they make their first money. Huh. Like they're making their money. Like because who would not make any money and go, I got an OnlyFans? And then can you see?
I haven't seen anything about her OnlyFans in months, so I'm sure she's in the negative or something.
I'm not sure how we went from panties to your sister's OnlyFans, but this does remind me of the show when you were up at Zany's and you called out that girl who had an OnlyFans, and you were like, "You make a lot of money, right?" And she was like, "No." And you were like, "Oh, well, I'll help you." You like recovered.
But you know what, dude? I honestly, if you were like a certain age and like a certain, whatever. If you wanted to do an OnlyFans just to see if you could make some money, I don't see nothing wrong with that, because it's like a lot of things. What if you get into it and you go, "Fuck, dude, I made like $1,000 in 3 days or something like that." I mean, why would you not try it? I mean, you got to try but, I mean, I wouldn't want any of my family members doing fucking OnlyFans, to be honest with you. I wouldn't, and I don't even like half my family. I would still tell them, like, don't do a fucking OnlyFans, because once they become, like, a grandma or something, it's like, you don't want grandmas talking about when they had OnlyFans and shit, you know?
I think it's awesome for women or people that do OnlyFans and make money. That's amazing. I don't want people to know it's me. I got tattoos. They're going to know.
Yeah. That's the only dude, and another thing is...
My mom's name across my chest.
Again, I got no problem with it, but to think that maybe later on, because dude, when you're into shit when you're at a certain age, that you're not necessarily going to be into something when you're at a certain. There's things I've done in the past I'm fucking embarrassed of. That you go.
Like what?
I don't know. I mean,
I have.
No, I'm just talking about like just behavior, like at a certain age, and then I look back on it and I go, oh God, why'd you do that? That type of shit. And I feel for a certain percentage of people, something like OnlyFans is going to be. Dude, I went to high school with a girl that worked at a plasma place.
When you make that much money, I don't think you're really.
Now, if you're making a lot of money, that's different, because you're like, look, I made $300,000 in like fucking a year and a half or 3 years. What do you want me to do? That's what got me from 24 to 26 or whatever it is. I got no. Look, man, do it, but don't be surprised in the future if people. They point at it a little bit and they go, what about this?
People have preferences. They might have a problem with it. They might be okay with it. But for those girls making the money and taking care of themselves, buying houses and cars. But
it also, I would assume, like if you have like a serious relationship and you have an OnlyFans, don't be surprised if that poison drips into your relationship. That's like being in the mob. Don't think that just because you're in the mob and you're getting fucking away with all these little things that poison doesn't drip into your family and your life. Because I would assume stuff like that will drip into it. I knew a guy that was like a polygamist. He was like, I'm a polygamist, and I've been dating a girl for like 6 years, and she wants another girlfriend. And I told him, I go, dude, that's gonna end up bad. And he goes, no, that ain't gonna happen. I'm like, dude, once she sees you fucking another chick in the same room and you're really enjoying it, trust me, that's the start of it, if not the end of it. And I know it's not the end of it, most likely, but I'm telling you, it's gonna poison. I go, do you love that woman? Yeah. I go, well, I probably wouldn't do that then, because
I've heard good and bad. I know a guy who. Him and his wife were together, and she wanted to bring a third in, and he was like not into it. The first 2 times he just couldn't keep it up. It just was not for him.
But brought a dude?
Yeah.
See, there's something up with that, because what?
His wife is his ex-wife, and now they're married. But I hear success stories. 2 girls.
Wait. Did she leave him for the new guy?
His best friend is the guy who he brought in, and then he left, and now they're married.
Poison dripped in.
But they're happy. If it was
because she wasn't happy probably with him.
Well, yeah, that would have happened anyway.
Dude, if you really love, and I know people go, well, I really love her, I really love him, but dude, I really love my wife, and there ain't no fucking way I'm bringing a wild card into my fucking relationship, like ever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bringing certain verbiage in my fucking relationship that's a wild card, and I ain't bringing other dudes around. First of all, I just say I ain't gonna have some dude fuck my, like, I don't. That's cuck shit, right? Like, isn't that like
yeah?
I don't want to see some dude fuck my girl. Like at all. And he's going to fuck her better. I've been fucking her for 14 years. You don't think like new dick is going to like make her fucking head spin? Even if it ain't that great, it's going to make her fucking head spin because she hasn't had new cock in 14 fucking years. So because that's going to fuck me up then. That's going to fuck me up, and then I'm the one acting weird. And then she's going, why are you acting weird? It's like, what are you fucking talking about? Yeah, I've never heard you make those noises with me. That's what I'm talking about. That's the poison. That's part of the poison.
Like, why is that bitch doing that?
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
I think you can do it, but maybe with another girl, but the girl needs to pick the girl.
You guys, now that you guys got children coming into this thing, you guys think about getting married? And I know people hate when people say that shit, but you guys ever think about that? You ever think about getting married?
I don't know. What do you think?
I'm pro marriage, so even though I bitch about it, I'm pro. Hey, look, when it's good, it's good. You got to keep it good. You know.
I say we're married mentally.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not.
Like, I don't know.
Because the day that you just go,
know.
fuck you, I'm out, all you're doing is breaking a lease or something like that. Especially now that you have...
we have a house together.
Yeah, we got a house, a baby coming.
A child
what more do you want from me? Like,
marriage. Marriage is probably...
The only thing...
I've never been a fan of marriage personally.
The only thing that bothers me is saying... It's easier to say my wife than my girlfriend. Like, in certain situations, people ask you, or I'm on the phone, it's easier to just say my wife. You know what I mean? Like, besides those situations, like, I don't care. Those are the only ones where it's like, well, my girl, lady, baby mama.
Well, I guess if you don't want to get married, like, my wife wanted to get married. Like, I remember when we first started dating, like, so far in, she told me, she was like, look, I want kids, or a kid at least, and if you're going to fuck with me, you got to consider that, or otherwise... let me know because I got to keep it moving. And then eventually it came to I got to get married also.
That's so funny.
I got to get married. And it wasn't exactly like that, but that's what it was. I got to get married also. That's in my plans. If you don't, you got to keep it moving. Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Well, dude, my wife didn't even move out of the house till she was almost 25.
You know what I mean?
Like, they didn't want her to move out and shit like that.
If you're Mexican, it's like you're getting bothered by your parents and grandparents all the fucking time. When are you going to marry, have kids? Married, have kids. That's like all you hear. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I've never given a fuck, but I feel like for a female, it affects them more mentally. Like, you don't get bothered by that, right? Well, your family's crazy. There are hundreds of you. You have like 19 brothers and sisters.
So the reason why I bring this up, dude, is like my wife wanted to get married. So I didn't really want to get married. Like, I didn't want to get married. I've had failed relationship after failed relationship up until that point. But also it got to a point where it's like, this is a good woman. What am I doing? If I don't fucking take her off the market, somebody else is going to take her off the market. I could be with her for 6 years and we're like playing this fucking world. But really, if she doesn't get what she wants, some dude can fucking sweep in and take her off the fucking market. That's like a small thought, but that was a thought. That's not the main thing where I'm like, I better take her up, but that was a thought. So that's all I'm saying is where you take it. Because, again, I've had the same thing where buddies go, it's basically we're married. It's like, no, you're not. You're not fucking married. And I get it. If you don't want to get married, but why don't you want to get married? Because women all the time want to get married.
So to your point, the getting married and off the market and all that, it can still happen.
Yeah.
Where somebody else comes along and then you go through a divorce.
Well, especially
and then you pay thousands of dollars and then your family's still broken. Like,
I know, but then also there is also something too, and not saying you can't do it without being married, but once I got married also, I knew that I gotta make sure that I protect this thing and I don't fuck it up. Like, I don't fuck it up. Like, I can't get reckless with it. You can't fuck it up. And I know you can do that without marriage also, where it's like, no, I got to make sure I walk the line. I know that. But there was something about marriage where it's like, I want to make sure that I do my best. It made me step my game up. Like, because, it is the same person, but it's also like, now this person's my wife. So, like, you got to keep the respect level always at a fucking certain minimum.
I never slept with married women because, it's dangerous. You know what I mean? Like, somebody who just has a boyfriend, girlfriend.
Well, you're fucking with an ecosystem also, even if they're like,
that's
even
his
if
property.
Yeah.
That's what you think. As a
whatever it is. But yeah, property, you're messing with, you're going into it. But
I don't agree with
no, that's the guy's mentality. Like, this is my property. So
no, I don't look at it like that either.
But if somebody wants to sleep with somebody, they're going to want to sleep with them.
That's true.
I'm not going to be like, you're married. I don't want to have sex with you anymore.
Well, because I'm a dude. So because you're sleeping with a dude who's married. So it's easier. It doesn't matter if a girl sleeps with a married man. The wife's not going to kill you. If you sleep with a woman.
Shit, I don't know. Nowadays, there's some fucking killer women, dude.
But if you're a dude and you sleep with a chick, that dude more likely is to snap.
Yeah.
And like the chick will be like, oh my God, whatever.
How bad do you want her? You don't want her that bad then.
Yeah, but
the guy willing to die for her.
Yeah, the guy's gonna possibly that's where it happens. Those murders on those whatever investigation whatever shows.
We're gonna look up statistics of
look it up.
Men retaliating.
Pull it up.
But also, dude,
when they're married versus not married.
Marriage. Dude, if you're not married,
chick will take the dude back. A dude will snap. Most likely.
Dude, another thing is,
incel killed 5 people.
You could have like a bad month or two. You could have bad 6 month. Yeah, you could get a divorce. I'm sure people go, fuck this. It's been 6-8 months. I gotta jump off this. But when you're married, you have that less because you go, Another thing is,
I don't agree. I don't.
You know what sucks also if you get married, like get a divorce, like people don't realize you lose the whole side of the family. They lose your family because over years you build this fucking thing. Like I was at my wife's cousin's house today and shit, and we're family. I've known these motherfuckers for almost 15 years, dude. And you know, like that whole thing and.
You don't have to be married to have that. Is why I
no,
feel you don't really need.
I totally understand, dude. Look, I understand. I get it.
It is different. It is different though. When you're married, there's a different kind of like, there's a different power in the word. We're married. This is my husband. This is my wife.
Yeah.
But I think if you want to be with somebody forever and you don't get
true.
married, you can still feel the same way.
Can I offer a counterpoint to all
All right, James.
I've been with my lady for 11 years.
Yeah.
We're not married, and it's not because.
Does she want to get married?
We would like to.
No, does she want to get married?
Sure.
Well, there you go.
Sure, but it's like at this point we're kind of just looking at it as well. We're together, and that's enough.
Yeah, but but the enough sounds like it's from your end because if you said tonight, like, honey, let's get married, she'd be like, fuck yeah, right?
She'd be like, I mean, we have talked about this extensively, and she'd be like, cool, let's go.
Well, I'll tell you another thing too, man, because you know, I've known women that go, man, I wasted my fucking 20s on some fucking loser. And they never got married or anything like that. So that's another thing, too. But, I mean, you're having a kid and stuff like that because what women have to worry about, not in your situation, but some women have to worry about, like, because women got to have a kid by a certain age. You know, my wife's fucking going to be 40 in another month. And it took us 3 years to get pregnant. You know, she got off birth control. First couple years we were married, we were like, nah, we're not going to get pregnant. You know, she gets off birth control. Took us 3.5 years to get fucking pregnant because she had an issue. You know, and you know, so women have to have a baby by a certain age, and if women want to get married and have a baby, that's different. But you're right.
Did you guys have to go through anything? Like
we did IVF. We did IVF for 9 months, dude. He got her pregnant twice. It didn't stick both times. It was crazy. They'd send us those IVF boxes.
What's IVF?
In vitro.
Okay.
In vitro. They'd send us a box about this big every other month or so, and it was filled with drugs. And dude, I swear to God, it had an invoice in it that the insurance paid for literally almost all of it. Invoice every time they send us those boxes. $22,000 worth of drugs.
Oh shit!
And it almost paid for everything besides maybe $1,000 drug that was in there.
Wow.
But so we had to do that, and then it didn't work twice. He had to clean her out one time in January. He had to do a D&C, which is basically cleaning him out because the baby died in her, and then he cleaned her out. And then we made an appointment with the same doctor like a couple of weeks later, and he had the conversation of like, yeah, it's not going to happen most likely. You got to think about an egg donor, which is basically an egg from another woman, and they could still use my side of it. We're fucking driving home. She's crying. I'm trying to do a man talk with her and fucking be a rock for her and be like, this is what's going on, and we'll get through it type talk. They said when she got the D&C or whatever it's called, they said don't have sex for a month. About a month and a half later, we had sex on Valentine's Day. I told, dude, I almost died that night because I fucked her hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we didn't fuck for like a month and a half. I swear to God, dude, she came in with the shit on, and I swear to God, I'm not lying, dude. I remember I went to Cigars and Stripes like a day later, like the next time at Cigars and Stripes was the open mic on a Wednesday, and I remember telling the comedians like I almost fucking died. And then, dude, that was February 14th, literally, because we only had sex that one time, and we waited like a month and a couple weeks, and then we didn't really have any sex after that. I know that. And then by March 3rd, she was pregnant naturally. So I don't know why I told you that, but I'm telling you, dude, but I get it. I get it. If you don't want to get married, that's fine. But
I wouldn't at one point I wouldn't mind having like some type of ceremony or something, but it's like right now I want to spend my money like on.
Yeah, I mean
I'm trying to make money. We bought a house. It's like when are we gonna get fucking married? Like I want to get a house, stuff for the baby. I want to like invest.
Well, just
in
make
myself.
sure your shit's on that shit and your shit's on that shit too, though. Unless you guys we're gonna split it right down the middle, and that's fine too. But
it's in our name. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck.
You mean for like if we separate?
Yeah, I'm just
No,
saying.
there's no, we're
I'm
not
just saying, just
separating.
handle your
No.
business and shit like that, and that's.
Okay.
Nobody's going. Yeah, Chris
I'll tell
Benoit
you.
is
So
motherfucker.
I'll tell you a little bit about my family.
Oh my God.
So my dad was married to my stepmom, and still getting it on with my mom, and my mom was getting it on with his brother. It was just a lot of sex everywhere.
Shit.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of us, like 10 total. Some of my brothers and sisters are steps, some of them are halves, but we're all a year apart. So growing up, I was like, this is awesome. I have all these brothers and sisters. And then as I got older, I realized
you found out the truth.
Oh,
Which
there
is
was a lot going on.
Is that hurtful?
Well, I just see that I'm like, he's married to her, but the love wasn't there, and I
Yeah,
think
but
you can
that's
have
not-
the
that's
love
not how
without
it's-
the marriage.
but that
and
is-
eventually it'll happen if we want to for it to have like.
But
a,
it doesn't
a
have to be
raging
like that.
wedding.
You know, it doesn't have to be like that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and I get it. That's like a common
But on
story.
the flip side, if you do look at marriage and the divorce rate and
Yeah.
over 50%,
Yeah.
it's just I don't think it's the marriage that really makes the relationship.
No,
It's
absolutely not.
how
I
you
mean,
feel
I
about each other, and
yeah.
I
Look at-
definitely I knew that before we planned this baby, so
Yeah.
it's not like
Because
we're
I don't know if
I'm having a baby.
I don't know if I was telling you, like the first time she didn't get pregnant, and I was like, I can't have kids, like because I assumed that at this point I would have got some chick pregnant.
squirting in her,
Yeah,
huh?
I was. Yeah. But this is the thing. I was like, the last few years, like I'm sure I should have had some type of scare. So in my head, I was like, I can't have kids, right?
Yeah, maybe.
So what I mean,
But you know what? The IVF doctor said it's usually the women.
no.
I have a son. He's 10 now.
Which
so
I
the
mean,
last
duh, an
time I
IVF
had a
doctor
baby
saying
was
that.
10 years ago. But I mean, this is why I told him, I'm like, if I think about the last 10 years and me not having a baby, it's because I wasn't, there's plan B and stuff like that. I didn't really take birth control very much.
No, raw
until
dogging.
I met you and I was like, oh, we're doing it. So I'm going to get on to plan B. And I didn't stay on it. I'm like, this isn't, I don't want to do birth control. It's just weird side effects, not good for your body.
Yeah, we think the birth control is what kept her from not getting pregnant, possibly. I mean, you look for things to blame, and that's the one thing that we possibly blame, But
Well, it makes your
fucks-
body
yeah, it
not
fucks you up.
get pregnant. Like, so after so long of taking that, it's going to take your body some time to clear out. So
you know what, dude? And this is real rude. And but I remember I was living in
Ready,
Berkeley,
bro.
California years ago for like a year, and I was doing roofing like a fucking scumbag.
Yeah,
That's
you
like
were
the
with
worst
the
job.
scum of the earth.
Yeah,
there.
I was real fucking. You'd
Adam
always work with these
Carolla.
scumbag dudes, and I was one of them too. And I remember it was the first time. It was the first time I was
and
there.
drywallers,
Dude,
put a Corolla.
so I was in Berkeley, California. It was like Northern California, and I was working with some white dude that had like a blonde mullet and shit, and he had like a '78 Chevy pickup truck with like a little cab on the back, like a little camper, and he'd fucking eat lunch and smoke weed in there and stuff at lunchtime.
Wait, what was he?
What?
What was he? I didn't catch the race.
He's just a roofer. He's just white
what
dude.
race? White dude. All right, white.
And he straight up long mullet and shit like that. And
Joe Dirt,
and
okay.
yep, it looked like Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt.
But tall and skinny, never had a shirt on. And I remember telling him, I go, because it was the first time I ever seen Mexican chicks, and I go, fuck, dude, these Mexican chicks are
How much?
outstanding,
Yeah.
outstanding. I remember I was like, whoa, because I'm like a white dude coming from Ohio, and I'm like, this is outstanding. And he told me,
Curves? What
he
are
told me,
those?
dude, he told me, he goes, yeah, he basically said, yeah, they're fucking hot, but once they have a baby, they blow up. And dude, that's what he told me. And I remember having that in the back of my head, and then eventually when I bump into my fucking wife, and I and you get comfortable, and after a while, I don't know how long it was, and I told her, I go, yeah, but you know what you hear about Mexican women right after they have a baby? And she fucking knew. And she goes, what, they blow up? And she goes, no, none of my women in my family have done that. And I go, okay.
Look at the mom and,
dude,
the aunts. Yeah.
yeah, and my wife didn't blow up, but you know what my wife said? She goes, it's always after like the second or third kid. Like if you go boom, 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 it's always like
because Mexican women typically have lots of children. So
Yeah.
Baby
They're
weight,
baby
baby
makers.
weight,
Yeah,
baby weight.
yeah. So that was like in my head. I'm like, but I honestly, when we were having a baby, I never once thought of it once. I swear to you, I never once thought of that at once. But that was like the first thing. That was like my, that I heard about.
I always wanted to have sex with a pregnant chick who wasn't with.
Well, you are having sex with a pregnant chick,
no,
like it is.
Yeah, I can't wait to start showing more. It'll be fun. But look, I always wanted to.
there's a 9-month process here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I remember I wanted to develop an app, right?
Yeah.
Where like a Tinder, but it's like pregnant chicks who aren't with a dad.
Yeah.
And that's what I remember. I was really like into. There was a few. You would find a few on Tinder that were pregnant.
What's it going to be? Where's the Silicon Valley for that? Fucking Calumet City or something like that? Like fucking
Gary walking.
Yeah,
So you
Gary
want
or
them
some.
to be a pregnant baby daddy, not with them.
Well, yeah, or like I don't know if they'll come back when the baby's born, but they dip out, or like this is a Waukegan thing, right? This is a Waukegan. I know the pattern.
So her baby daddy needs to be trying
You
to
got
find
a point
himself.
though, right?
Because it's like you can come in them a raw dog.
There are fucking dudes
They can do
that
that
will
anyway.
scoop down on pregnant women because they have a fucking baby by some fucking dirtbag that doesn't want to be with her anymore or whatever the fucking story is. And there are like Captain Saba motherfuckers that come in and they want pregnant. Dude, I know I've met those dudes before. Every once in a while, as a man, you'll see dudes that do that. And look, I get it. It's a plus, but in a way, but it's also like, what's your thing, dude?
There's a fetish for everything out there.
You think it's a fetish? Maybe it is. I don't know.
Like, yeah.
You know what?
I mean, maybe not so much a fetish. As like you were saying, it's kind of safe.
They need a man at the time or something, like help. Also, there's a baby coming, and also they need attention and help and stuff. And then this guy's, it's like you're hijacking a fucking...
What's his name? He was on the podcast. He was driving his pregnant girlfriend to the hospital. I remember, right? And then, like, they met up with the baby daddy there. Who the fuck... Well, funny dude. He's from Ohio. Good
really?
joke writer. You remember his name, James?
Tim Wolf, right?
Yeah, Tim Wolf. Tim Wolf. But he was young. You know what I mean? And I remember he was driving. Like, he told a story
pregnant
on
chick
here.
that wasn't his girl.
No, he was his girl.
But it wasn't his baby?
No, but I remember, like, the guy was there.
Shouldn't even have fucked with her.
They were all together, but it ended up not working out or something.
Duh, there you go. It's low percentage.
That baby died. Now I remember.
Are you serious?
Yeah. There's a clip on it on my TikTok, I think. There was a clip on it on my TikTok. And
that is the only thing, though, not like now that you guys are pregnant, though, that those are anxieties that, like, you know, because you got to worry about you being pregnant now. You know what I'm saying?
The first time I went to the hospital,
anxieties go up with that, like, big time. And then when you're having a baby, and then, like, dude, like, even, like, my son, for even now, but like the first couple months, I'm just anxiety is high because I don't want to break him. You know, like, because they're so fucking gentle.
Yeah.
Like, you got to grab their head everywhere you everywhere you walk and shit like that. You're going down the steps and the fucking dog's like running by you and you're like, I'll fucking kill you, dog. Like, get away from me. You're just worried. Like, there's anxieties that go up once you have a kid, man. That, you know,
for sure.
Tell him about that shit.
Like, I have a fear of leaving my kid on top of my car. I've always had that.
You won't do that.
Like, I've always had that fear.
You got to be plugged in all the time,
dude. I got
to
drink more coffee.
Like, that's what you got to definitely drink more coffee, but...
I wasn't worried about you leaving our baby on top of a car.
Well, look at everything I leave everywhere. Like,
put them in your fanny pack.
You'll be so plugged in.
Oh, I could get the pack or something like that.
Dude, you'll be so plugged in.
So dad mode.
And also, dude, there's things like I'll be on the couch watching fucking Sports Center, and I'll think of something that's awful, like, you know, like backing up and your kid's back, you know, something awful like that, and then that gets you scared of, like, don't ever fucking have that happen, asshole. Like, it's like a weird human survival thing or something, you know. But dude, you're gonna love being a father, man. Like, dude, my son is like I'm not joking, dude. Like, he's like my best. He doesn't even speak it. He spoke his first word like 2 days ago, dude. Up. He said up. Yeah, that was it. My wife's like, no, don't say. I go, you can't tell him what his first word is. You got to go to his strengths.
She's like, mama.
She wants to be mama or something like that. And it's like, he got to like lean into his strengths. If that's what he's gonna fucking do, that's what he's gonna do. You know, but like, dude, I hang out with the kid like every day, and he's like my best. He's like your best friend, man. You're gonna love it, dude. And you know, she's such a good mom
Her
and
tits
stuff.
Are so big. They're already big right now. What's your size? Do you know? Something
big.
D, double. They're gonna be
Big.
like. I've been excited about having sex with somebody pregnant, not somebody with.
Hey, just make sure you lotion her up, man. Always, you know.
Lather me.
Yeah.
She's always nauseous. Now, when does that go away?
No, you got to lotion up because you get
gross.
fucking stretch marks. You look like a goddamn zebra.
I like stretch marks.
Yeah.
I like stretch marks. I like all kinds of stuff. Like I always
get you.
Stretch marks, and now pee.
You know what's gonna be. You know what's gonna be. Well, maybe it's not. You know what the hard thing is you're gonna be fucking starting to like. Are you guys writing down names yet? Dude, we
have a girl name. Do we have a boy name or?
It's not gonna be a boy, so.
I had that.
You
dream
know what?
the other day.
I thought I was having a girl because my wife
That's what I
her
thought.
family has nothing but beautiful little girls, so I just assume I'm having a little girl. And when we found out he was a boy, I was fucking 100% surprised. And then, dude, they have those sites where you can get on, like, I mean, obviously sites where you can read names. Like, I remember we'd sit at the kitchen table, literally 1,000 names, and I'm just reading them, like you know, like Joseph, John, Jose, like you're naming them, and she's just like, nope. Dude, it took us the longest
I just
time.
don't want it
At
to
this
be-
point, would you want to name him Giovanni?
I'm thinking about it. I
Did you
like
use
that.
drool?
Junior?
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe a junior. I just don't want it. I did drool.
Pregnant. Titties.
I just.
You're salivating.
Yeah. So, I'm a pervert. But look, I just don't want it to be an ethnic name. You know what I mean? Like anything ethnic. Like
Why?
I want him because I want him to get a good job. I want him to get to the fucking
You want to
interview.
give him a good job, dude. Fucking name him something like that, dude. I swear to God,
I want him to get to the interview. You know what I mean?
You know what I wanted to name my because we went through a bunch of names, and my wife was like, "That's kind of cute," you know. Like out of 1,000 names, I almost named my son Enzo. Like, and I don't.
That's a great name.
What?
It's a great name. Enzo, like Enzo Ferrari, right?
Yeah. We almost, and that was off like 1,000 names, and we were like, she was like, that's kind of cute.
I'm looking at you like, because
you're thinking
this is going to be our son's name.
You're thinking of like a little kid, and my wife's like, I don't know. And then after like a couple weeks, you put it on the list. She was like, no, we're not doing that. But it was really hard to find it. But my wife's Mexican and I'm a white dude. I was like, I'm leaning into that shit. That's not a Mexican name, but what I'm saying is I would have leaned into, if she would have came up with a traditional Mexican name, I would have been like, yeah, let's do that. I don't, and it wasn't just because of the jot like that thing, but I'm just like, yeah, if that's what you want to do, let's do it.
I want him to have a good white name.
Good white name.
White is right.
The name James is very white. Just saying. I got a lot of jobs
James
at face value too.
Enzo Giovanni.
Reading the top line of my resume.
Diaz.
Because you know what's going to happen is you guys might have a name already locked and loaded, but you might have a couple names and she might have a couple. But when it comes down to it,
don't we have time to decide after the baby's born?
No, don't do that shit. Make sure you have
a thing though. Like
we're gonna wait for his fucking gender to get out of here.
Or there's some country that they don't name the babies America. Right away. Like they wait like a week or something.
Well, that's why they're not in the USA, best country in the world. Fuck that. I have a show to go to that I'm probably gonna be a little bit late, so I should message him. Let's start wrapping it up.
Dude, we did an hour, huh?
Close to it, but I have a heart out.
I'm just glad we got here, dude. I was
Red Roof comedy or Red Broom comedy.
Oh yeah,
Red Room. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm probably gonna be late.
Shout out Julia.
Are you going on earlier?
Julia, a little bit earlier. So I think there's a guest spot before me, but
cool.
They can move it. I don't care.
Well, congratulations, man. I'm so glad that you have this good news, and congratulations on the 100 episodes, man. You turned this into a great podcast, dude. For real, man, and you deserve it. And he's a hard worker. You know that. That.
I work like a spick.
I made sure he was a hard worker before I even gave him my time.
Really?
On Facebook.
Yeah.
He slid in.
It's a hard worker.
Down the DM.
I was like a year. It was over.
Oh yeah,
a year.
wait, hold on here before we get out of here.
Yeah,
what's his type of game? Like so how did you first notice him? I don't need to make it long, but like
So he added me, and he had at the time it was his profile picture was him on his podcast. I was like, okay, all right. I looked at his page, lurked on it a little bit. I was like, all right, he seems driven. I'll add him. I'll react to a picture, react to a story.
My system, yeah.
Usually late at night.
Oh yeah.
But the other day we looked at all the messages. He was like, it wasn't a year before you started talking to me. And I was like,
I sent her a Jocko video the first time. I was like, this is my
Jocko Willick.
Yeah, Jocko Willick video was the first time.
That's what a woman wants to fucking see.
Yeah.
So I mean, yes.
Oh, look at Brendan Scott Weaver's house. Yeah,
dude, I show my wife.
You're attractive.
Show my wife shit like that all the time, and she's not interested at all. Of like shit like that.
Well, there's a reason I didn't respond.
I think she was working out or doing something, so it was like a motivational thing, like go to the gym. Like when you don't feel like going to the gym, that was some video, like do it. One of those.
Yeah, I was working out.
Was it good?
I remember that when I was working out phase.
It's a good video. It's a good Jocko video. But DMs, and then
there was one time I was driving to Tennessee, and I was alone. I was very lonely. And guess who swoops in?
How long did it take? Hovani. How long did it take for him to send a dick pic?
He didn't send a dick pic. Maybe I would have talked to him faster.
What?
Yeah. I didn't.
No kidding.
Because I used to send dick pics. So I used to meet a girl, get wasted, and send it that night. And no response, some responses. I had a stock one and took pictures of it. It wasn't bad.
I've never sent a dick pic. Do you hit the camera light on for a dick pic? Or you just do it in the shadow?
Actually, I would have preferred a video. If it was a picture, I'd have been like,
what'd you say? I took a photo shoot.
I did like a little photo shoot of my dick, and I found the best angle and the lighting, and then I had a stock one I saved, and I would send. But one time, one girl, she's like, we messed around and stuff. We didn't have sex yet, but I was like, all right, send. And she was like, I can't believe you did this, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. I didn't realize this was a reaction I would get. It happened twice, and I was like, yeah, and
that's
I just chilled out on it. Yeah, like I can't believe this, blah, blah. We just stopped talking.
Her.
I kind of get it.
You know what? Like you're vulnerable and you put yourself out there like that, and that's like a modern thing to do. And she's gonna act like that. Fucking keep it moving into your boring little fucking guy, and then your boring little life. Give me a break.
It depends though. It depends on the guy.
Oh, of course.
The dynamic. Like I'm not saying send me dick pics. I would not appreciate that from just anybody. We had some conversations here and there, and then I was driving to Tennessee. I was by myself, and he was on Facebook, and then we started sending video clips to each other, and he was like going to McDonald's. He went to like 3 different McDonald's.
I was looking for like the hot spicy nuggets or something.
He really
I couldn't
is
find
dedicated.
Them. I went to like
kind of
3 or 4 McDonald's.
Yeah, he was looking for the
night.
spicy.
I get in those moods like I need to get it. Yeah,
really.
And then I don't stop.
Did you find
so
it?
then I'm like,
Eventually,
he sounds like he's not super crazy. I could tell you
he's
he's
a good
freak
dude.
though.
Yeah.
You can tell. I can tell at least when I look at him.
Yeah, but you'd rather have that than like some boring fuck. You know what I'm saying? Some guy that's like,
no, she likes the freak stuff.
No, I'm just saying in the long run, you know?
Yeah, no. I wouldn't have talked to somebody that's boring. Yeah. I have left dates in the middle of dates. I'm like, yeah, this isn't working out.
There's nothing wrong
we
with
should
that.
Probably just
There's
end
nothing
the night.
wrong with that. I'd rather you just cut to the fucking
I always
point.
lie. I have
Guys
my friend
say
call me.
that, but in the moment, they're very upset. I've had a guy who didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
And this is a true story. I'm like, this was fun. My friends are here. I'm just gonna sit with my friends. And he was like, oh, all right, cool, but I just want to stay. I'm having a good time. I was like, no, I think it's probably a good time to end the night. And for like 5 minutes, he's just sitting there, and I'm like, I think you should really go. And he's like, and then he starts talking to my friends and getting in their conversations, and I was like, all right, this needs to go. So I like, you should pay. And he's like, oh, well, the waitress hasn't stopped here yet. I'm like, well, I'll get her. So I got her. And I'm like, hey, if you leave right now, I'll walk you to your car. Finally, he pays, gets up, waiting for me to walk him out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, have a good night. And he's like, oh, I thought you were going to walk me. I'm like, no, I just wanted you to leave. Like, I had to be mean. That's men.
There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but women have your old hang-ups too with shit like that.
He was very butthurt. I mean, men get butthurt.
Yeah, women get butthurt too. You ever try to break up with a woman? They always like, why don't you just tell me the truth? No, it's fucking. You rather just
you're not really. You don't.
You want
really
to talk about
the
getting locked in a house for an hour and a half, going over the same shit and stuff like that.
Incel virgin murders 5. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys get butthurt, right? Incel virgin murders 5. All right, I gotta close this. I gotta get to the show. Plugs.
Bust and Balls podcast, man.
Bust and Balls podcast, the #1 white-owned podcast in Illinois.
100% white-owned. 100%
Jessica,
white-owned.
you want to plug your photography or anything? Or I don't know.
Sure. Delightful Disposition Photography.
Woo. And then, James, you want to plug yourself?
Stand Up is back, unfortunately for me, but fortunately for all of you. Standup.net for tickets. M. Brown is headlining this next show.
M. Brown, funny.
We have Tiny Thickums. We have Eric Emerson. We have Kristen Toomey. We have Layla O'Shaughnessy returning to stand up after 2 years off. Please come. It's only $15 at standup.net. If you want to start a podcast, go to DM us at People of Comedy Network on Instagram. We have the lowest prices in town and the best shit in town. That's it.
Lobo Podcast, TikTok, the Lobo Podcast, Instagram. Follow the Patreon. New content coming out. Anything else?
It's a Lobo.